This is my new 10-year-old MC210 Aluma trailer. I've had an Aluma trailer for, I don't know, the last couple of years and really enjoyed it. The aluminum trailers are just great. I mean, you leave them outside, you don't worry about boards rotting, you don't worry about anything rusting. It's just the best way you can go. I am totally convinced of that. The 210 model versus what I had, a lot of simplicity in it is what I'll tell you. The other trailer I had, while if you're dealing with four-wheelers and things like that, I mean, it'd be great with the multiple ramps on it, but every time that you had to load and unload, you had to take those ramps off, put them in place, and then return those back in place. Just another piece of time consumption. Also, the ramps coming up the back, you had 3 separate ramps, and then so you had to line 3 wheels up to be able to get on. With the MC210, it has a wide ramp that slides out the back, and then you can just run up it. Now, something that I had noticed, that I found out after I had bought this, that the newer models have a wider ramp on them. I believe 63 inches is what they are, whereas this one is 61. So when you have a 60-inch front end on a Spyder, it takes every bit of it coming up the ramp. Now, once you get up, it's a very wide bed. Matter of fact, I would say if there's anything that I probably liked about my old trailer better, well, I didn't like that the bed on it was only, I forget, about 63 inches wide, so you had to really be particular in getting up on it. But it was a lot narrower from outside wheel to outside wheel than what this one is. Actually, it fit pretty much inside the framework of it. So on this one, when you're pulling it, you fill the whole lane pretty much, just a solid 8 feet from side to side. Whereas the other one, and there was a little bit of wiggle room in the thing, and it actually stayed totally behind the motorhome. This one is going to stick out just a bit. I guess the good side of that one is that you'll actually be able to see it in the mirrors out there, and so trade off one way or the other. I did all the studying I could on trailers to to carry the Spyder, and I believe this is the best choice. There's another model that there's a YouTube video out there where someone used the Aluma TK1 model, and that model, it's narrower and the ramp is narrower, and they were loading a Riker on it. So I don't know the dimensions. I think the Riker's still 60 inches across the front, but I think that ramp is only about 59 inches, so it's really, really tight. On this one, you've got tie downs on 4 across the back and then 4 across the front. I ordered the box from Amazon, and it's just to carry some tools and also the straps that I'll need for tying everything down. I had looked hard on YouTube trying to find a video loading a RT Spyder, and I finally found one, and at least it was enough to where I knew that it could be done. Here's how easy this is. Take these and it latches. There's a little spot right in there to hold that. On the other side, if I weren't fumbling with the camera, it would really look much easier. And then the store pops and a Granddaddy long leg Spyder comes out. Then you simply grab the ramp, and it is heavy, so don't let that fool you. And you're ready to load. How easy. When you get or after you've loaded, then simply pick up the ramp, and close the door back. It just doesn't get any easier than that. Now that I have the bike on the trailer, admittedly, I tend to carry more stuff than I probably should, but that I do have some tools, I do have my cleaning supplies, and I do have my straps that I keep in this box. And also the electrical connector. On the straps, I use soft straps on anything that touches the bike. And then these go to the back. My straps are a little long compared to the way that I was using them on the other trailer. So for some of this, I'm simply going to double up. And what I've done is I've come right around here. And so I've actually got two thicknesses here, which is ridiculously overkill, but I can't undo the knots on these straps. And then I'll just hook right into this. And I like having my cord straight as possible. So there. And then we'll do the same on the other side. And again, I've got straps that I need to cut down. I'm just not ready to do that yet. And I had rolled the bike up just a bit with the ideal being that I could set these just like these, use them the same every time, and then roll the bike back for tension. So that's what we'll do. It looks pretty good to me. May take it up a notch or so, but they're in place. On the back, again using soft straps, and before what I would do is I took one, went that way, one this way, and then used ratchet straps. Because of the way this is set up, the biggest thing I've run into with hauling the Spyder is you've got to keep this from moving. To me, this is the most critical piece in the whole thing of loading the Spyder. If it bounces and moves left to right, it won't be as big a problem now as I had with the other trailer. Before, that was a major problem because I was having to line up on 3 different ramps, and then you had an angle that you didn't want. But then the other thing is, I think that we spend too much time worrying about the front and how tight it's going to be. Well, if you stop and think about where's the force coming from, you're not going to take off that fast, particularly if we're pulling it behind the little Mercedes motorhome. The problem is if you stop real fast and then you get all this weight moving forward. So this, to be as locked down as it can be, to me is the most critical piece. And so before, what I had was I would take one strap and then I would run a ratchet strap from here over to the end. I actually wrapped them around the tire to hold it in place. For the way that this works, though, I don't like the way that that could work because I think it could let some movement be in it. So what I'm doing is I'm simply going to double these straps. And then to really lock it down, I'm going to run these through these holders. I got just a little bit too close to this side, makes it a little more difficult than it should be. For the purpose of speeding up this video, for right now to show you what I'm doing, I'm just going to do the one strap. When I go to hauling though, I'll have it double strapped. And out of the whole loading process, truly, getting this part down is the most difficult because it's a very tight space that you have to work with. And there's, in loading, that of course you can't see the back tire, and so you're trying to get that thing lined up. It has taken me a couple times to get it to where I was so dead centered because there's only an inch or so play from left to right on this. And again, I've got these long straps that I will have to cut them down. So when you look at what I've got now, I have got it latched straight down on both sides. So all the pressure pulling straight down. It can't move left and right, and it's not moving forward either. I've had, pulling on the other trailer, I've had some situations where I've had to brake rather quickly and everything stayed in place. Been real pleased with that. Some of the, like this trailer actually new comes with 2 small chocks for the front. They're designed for motorcycles and they're very lightweight. The fellow I bought this from didn't have those chocks, and honestly, from what I had seen, they are, I mean, like rub the tire on both sides to get to the front. For what I'm doing, I prefer not to have the chocks. So then I can roll a little bit further when I load, and be able to put that pressure on those front straps without having to go in and adjust them every time, just by simply pushing the bike back. So here's what we look like. And on this, good tension. Same's on the other side. On the back, good tension. And you can see how tied down that thing is. This is not going anywhere. Now I do have to get some of this slack taken out of, when I say slack, I might just cut them down. That's where I'm always hesitant to do that, because I generally come back and find that there's some reason I want to use it for something else, but that's just in the way. The total package, the trailer weighs 640 pounds. I'm going to say add another, I don't know, 60, 70 pounds for the spare tire and wheel. That's bring you up, what, to 700 pounds. Then just for the heck of it, let's say that there's another 100 pounds that's in the toolbox. Toolbox itself is super lightweight. I think it only weighed about 14 pounds. No, less than that. It's just thin aluminum. But when you add that with the 1,100 pound Spyder, when you round it all up, you've got 2,000 pounds, or just a little bit less than 2,000 pounds that you're pulling with you. I am very confident in the stability of the Spyder, the way that it's tied down. It can't move left or right. It can't move forward. It can't move backwards. I don't think it can move up and down. So it's about as locked down as it can be. If you've been looking at a way to transport your Spyder, at this time, I'm going to tell you, this is the best method that I've found so far. It also comes with a big rock guard on the front. It's 24-inch tall right there. And then there is still some room on the trailer for something else. I haven't figured out what that might be just yet. I hope this video will be helpful to you, because I can tell you, before this, I couldn't find but one video on this trailer and loading a Spyder onto it. So you've now got two you can look at. Hope you find mine first. Guys, thanks for watching.